Welcome to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports on Location. Tonight we are on the beautiful campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's High School, bringing you their home opening football match against the Stewartville Tigers right here at Benilde-St. Margaret's, and we're underway on a gorgeous 75-degree light wind day, and the kickoff after the Red Knights won the toss but elected to defer to the second half. Have nice football coverage, and that was number 42 on the tackle, and I don't have a name for him. That could be a problem tonight. We don't have the official lineup with me, but that was number 42, and my information, I don't know his name, so that might happen. I don't have a lot of names here for Benilde-St. Margaret's, but nevertheless, my name is Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us. And Stewartville Tigers will start out from their own 21-yard line, 1st and 10, two wideouts to the left, single setback, shotgun formation for Stewartville as they look to the sideline. A commonality in all high school games, at least the ones that I have broadcasted, always looking to the sideline. That's number 13 calling signals, James Hale. And a run up the middle as the handoff to number 22 finds all kinds of room. That's Jason Dudley, the freshman running back for Stewartville, gets a first down, gain of 20 yards, and that'll put 1st and 10 at the 41, so an excellent start for the Stewartville Tigers. And they are come out with another I formation with the shotgun quarterback. Two wideouts tucked to the near left, handoff to number 13, gives it again to number 22. He finds room off that left tackle. Number 22 again, that is Grayson Dudley, and he'll be close to another first down. We'll call it a gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2 from the 49-yard line, and Stewartville is running the ball right at Benilde-St. Margaret's. And I expect they will do the same thing. Just underway here. Again, I'm Robert Christensen. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. And now, once again, in the shotgun formation is Stewartville. And they look to the sideline to change the play. Still calling signals. No play clock that I can see here. And finally, now rolling out to the right, number 13, that's James Hale. Hale now tucks it under, crosses the 50 and gains the first down and is brought down just shy of the 45-yard line. It'll be another first down for the Stewartville Tigers. Stewartville, they come out of the Skyway Brass Conference as opposed to the Red Knights that are now in the new Skyway Gold Conference. Those conferences seem to get rearranged on a yearly or biennial basis. So right now, Skyway Gold for the Red Knights, and they have given up 2 first downs on running plays, and now another handoff to number 22 for Stewartville. That's Grayson Dudley, the freshman. They're relying on him heavily, but this time the Red Knights do a better job on defense as they tackle him after a short gain at the 44-yard line. That'll bring up a 2nd and 8. Clock continues to run down. We're under the 10-minute mark at 10:34 as we look at that replay. Now Stewartville from that left hash mark. Shotgun formation, 2 wideouts to the near side. Full back to the right of Hale, the quarterback, and then the setback is Dudley, and he gets the call again. He goes right up the middle for a gain of about 5 as he crosses the 40. And he'll be brought down at about the 39-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. And now they're going to put it at the 39-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd and 3 with 9 minutes to go. So a chance for the Red Knights to stop the bleeding on this first drive of the 2025 season. Coach Brad Anderson, I believe, in his 2nd year for the Red Knights. Last year they found some success in the playoffs. Looking to build on and improve upon that this year, of course. All right, now Stewartville, Dudley in motion. 3 wideouts to the right. No setback. Fullback to the right of Hale. He looks to the sideline. They're changing the call, and I think there's going to be a timeout, and there is. One taken by Stewartville's head coach. That is Garrett Mueller, and that'll stop the clock with 8:26 to go. So a big third down play coming up on the initial opening drive by the Stewartville Tigers as they're looking to run the ball right at these Red Knights. And now a critical third down. A stop here for the Red Knights would definitely get their home crowd energized to start out the season. Meanwhile, Stewartville wants to keep it going. And it'll give me an opportunity to talk about what the highlights were in the 2024 season. Last year, the boys football team wrapped up their season with a trip and a 4-6 record, good for third place in their district and the number 2 seed in the Section 5 4A tournament. The Red Knights received a bye in round 1 and then defeated De La Salle, their downtown Catholic school rivals, in the semifinals. Then they took on their arch rival, Academy of Holy Angels. They played a tough football game, but fell to the Stars 34-14 to end their campaign in 2024. Okay, timeout over with, 8:26 on the clock. 3rd and 3, just inside that left hash mark. Hale in the shotgun formation. Dudley moves into the slot, 3 wideouts to the right. Ball fumbled behind and he's down. He's gonna have to cover it up on a miscue on the snap. And now we've got a flag after the fact, and it might be on the Red Knights. At least Stewartville thinks it is, but it is going to be a personal foul after the play call, after the Red Knights sack on the fumbled snap. Hale, the quarterback for Stewartville, and now they'll sort it out. The ball rests at the 50-yard line. And let's see what the call will be. Fortuitous play, perhaps, for the Red Knights, unless this penalty goes against them. Personal foul on the Red Knights, and that's gonna bring up a automatic first down, and what a turn of events. Let's see if we can see what caused the flag. He came in, rolled on him a little bit, then there was some pushing right there, and the flag went up, and the call is gonna go against the Red Knights. I didn't think it was that egregious, but they're going to call that stuff, that's unsportsmanlike conduct. I think it's just 2 players pushing around there. It didn't seem as egregious as I might thought it would be, but nevertheless, that's the flag. 1st and 10 for Stewartville. The drive continues after their 3rd consecutive first down. 1st and 10 from the 35 from the middle of the field. Hale down the middle. He's got a post pattern, wide open receiver. Just off his fingertips, intended for Peyton Helder, another freshman offensive weapon for Stewartville. And he was sprung wide open. Hale had all kinds of time on the replay, wide open, and just over the outstretched hands of Peyton Helder. Bring up a 2nd down, clock stopped with 7:56 to go. Ball remains on the 35. Sun will be setting from behind. The lights are already on here at the Red Knight Stadium, and now the handoff goes to the left side. Ball given to number 41. That is Wyatt King, the sophomore. And he is brought down short of the first down. Call it 2 yards short. Gain of 8. That'll bring up a 3rd and 2. And another chance for the Red Knights to try to stop this drive from the 27-yard line. Under 7.5 minutes to go, 1st quarter. Stewartville, the Tigers have eaten up all of that clock to start this match. An impressive first drive of the season for the Tigers. Now the snap to Hale, the handoff inside. I believe that's to Dudley, and he's gonna cross the 25 to the 20-yard line. And that'll be another first down for Stewartville Tigers. And that'll be placed, the ball will be placed at the 20-yard line. No wind here at the stadium as I look over at the flags next to the scoreboard on the north end of the field. All right, now Stewartville, no huddle. They come out with single wide out to the near side. 3 trips to the left on the near side, single setback. Hale calling signals, fake handoff, jumps back in, and the pass intended, the short pass to number 2, Peyton Helder, and he was unable to reel it in. And that will be an incomplete pass, stopping the clock with 6:38. There's the replay, stepped up nicely. I do like the way Hale manages the quarterback pocket there. He felt the pressure, stepped up nicely, and tried to unload it to number 2, Peyton Helder, the freshman. couldn't connect. And now we've got a 2nd and 10. Clock stopped again at 6:38. Now Hale in the shotgun, tight formation, 2 running backs to his right, man in motion from the left, and the fake handoff, the crossbuck gives it to Dudley on the left side. He's looking along that sideline, picks his way through across the 15, and he'll be brought down at the 14. Looks like he remained in bounds as the clock continues to wind down. It'll bring up another 3rd consecutive 3rd down for the Red Knights on defense, and they've been out there for this whole quarter. Stewartville is just wearing them down on the ground as they come out now. 3rd and 5, they're gonna call it. They marked it back, it looks like, at the 15. They've got to get to the 10 for the 1st down. Now Hale in the shotgun formation. Trips to the near side on the right. Single setback. Just behind Hale is Dudley. One wide out to the left side, and they go to him. Number 3, Bram Roeder, 5'7", 130-pound junior, as that ball sailed outside his grasp. Here's the replay, and he was open, but he just missed him on that left flat. Not sure would have been enough for a 1st down, but now it's 4th and 5. Clock stopped with 5:52 to go. Ball placed on that left hash mark, and it appears Stewartville is gonna go for it. They're not gonna bring out their kicker, which has been the trend the last few years in high school football, and in the pros for that matter, probably copying the NFL. As they are going for it on 4th down more and more, especially the Detroit Lions. All right, now handoff, flip inside to number 2. That is Peyton Helder, and he finds his way into the end zone. A nifty play from the 15-yard line as Hale from the shotgun pitched it to a crossing Peyton Helder behind the line of scrimmage, and he followed his blockers down the field along the left side of the line. Just kept his balance. There was the fake handoff and then the pitch. Dodges a tackle there, cuts back inside, nifty running, keeping his balance, and just eludes a diving number 55 for the Red Knights. That was Dylan Warner. Touchdown Tigers. That comes with 5:50 to go in the 1st quarter, and now they'll go for 2. Trips to the right, 2 wideouts to the far left. No one in the backfield, and the handoff inside, ball loose on the ground, fumble, and the Red Knights are gonna recover it, so they extra point fails. No good for Stewartville, so a little ray of hope there for the Red Knights on defense as they stop 2 extra points from going on the board, and that would be the sort of thing I would build momentum on. If I was a Red Knight player, I'd be like, all right, they blinked there, let's go down and get our own and get the extra point and get the lead right back here on our home field as we now look at the offense for the Red Knights as they huddle up around their offensive coach, calling the plays. And we've got a timeout on the field, and again, a chance for me to comment on how gorgeous of a late summer day it is here, late August in St. Louis Park, Minnesota. Still very green out, had a lot of rain this summer. Great crowd on hand. The cheerleaders are here, the players are here, the student section is standing the entire time, and Stewartville across the way has brought a strong contingent of fans. It's a strong athletic community out west in Stewartville, a little more southwest of Benilde-St. Margaret's, probably a 2-hour bus ride or thereabouts. I've been out that way once or twice. There's a casino out that way towards Granite Falls, Stewartville. Beautiful farm country out there. All right, now Stewartville out to kick the ball off from their own 40. And deep for the Red Knights. On the near side, I believe that's number 17. No name for him. And number 1, we do have a name for him, Mac Lang. And now the kickoff by number 20 for Stewartville goes to Mac Lang, and he is going to be brought down at the 20 on a great open field tackle, and I believe that was number 31 on the tackle, Brock Bly. Let's look to the replay. There's Lang. So they had a return left, but look at the speed and the pursuit by Stewartville Tigers, and that was number 28, and of course I don't have a name for him either. So Number 28, you'll have to go with that tonight, at least from our perspective. But you know who you are, and the people that love you know who you are, and that was a great special teams play by number 28 for Stewartville. Okay, first time on offense for the Red Knights. Hand off to number 1, that's Mac Lang, who just did the kickoff return, and at quarterback for the Red Knights is number 9, and I don't have a name for him either. So there you go. Usually when we come to these matches, they have a paper program out there for us, and I get that, and we come in here and we print things off the internet, but the websites have changed and the information is lacking. So it is a problem, so we apologize for not having all the names, but we'll do the best we can. All right, number 9, and it's not Tommy Kramer or J.J. McCarthy. Hands off to the left side, and that ball was given to number 26, and I don't have a name for him either. So 26 tried that left side. Wasn't much there. It'll be a short game. It'll bring up a 3rd and 6 from the 28-yard line, as the Red Knights now face their first 3rd down on their first series of downs. Let's see if they can convert right here. All right, now, number 9, under center, handoff to number 3. That's Nate Dukowski, the senior, and he is gonna find some room and get a first down, and a much-needed first down for the Red Knights. That's gotta be a sigh of relief for the coaching staff for Benilde-St. Margaret's, getting that first down. The last thing they want to do after giving up a long touchdown drive there was to turn it right back over to Stewartville. So a new set of downs for the Red Knights, and that's got to start to build their confidence. Ball set at the 35-yard line, right in the middle of the field. Red Knights break huddle. They've got 2 wideouts, 1 on either side. The unnamed number 17, and on the near side, that's number 14, Kobe Willis. And back to pass is number 9. He finds number 6, Garibaldi in the flat. He breaks a tackle and finds some room across the 45. Another first down for the Red Knights, as he's brought down at the 47-yard line. As he stays in bounds, they'll stop the clock momentarily at 4:03 to reset the 10-yard line markers. And clock now continues to wind down, and another first down for Benilde-St. Margaret's. Ball on the right hash mark. 47-yard line. Calling the play in the huddle. 3:40 and counting, quarter number 1. Fast-moving quarter, a lot of plays on the ground, not a lot of timeouts or stoppages. All right, now, number 9, under center. Handoff to the tailback is number 26. No name on him. He still keeps his feet, and he pushes the scrum pile all the way down to the nearly the 40-yard line. Another first down, and they wave on the chains. No flags on the play, and that's now 3 first downs on 3 consecutive plays for the Red Knights, and they are starting to gain momentum on their own against this Stewartville defense. All right, now number 9, the quarterback, in from the sideline with the play, shares the plan with the offense, and now to the near side. Single wide out is Kobe Willis. No one on the other side. 2 slot backs, single setback, and the handoff this time to number 10. No name for him either. Kind of on a cross-buck play, going off that right tackle. A lot of misdirection and moving parts in the backfield. Look at the replay here. And a little confusion, but just enough for number 10, the nameless number 10, to go across the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39-yard line, a short gain of 2. They'll bring up a 2nd and 8. Red Knights on a drive here, started deep in their own territory at the 20. They've now crossed the 40 of Stewartville Tigers. Now, play action pass, 9 with a player in his face, tipped at the line by Stewartville's. If I can get a number for him, I can maybe bring a name. Let's see, is that number 83? It is, and 83 is Zach Rich. Nice tackle by him. Ball will remain on the incomplete pass at the 39-yard line, and now a 3rd and 8 for the Red Knights with 2:13 remaining. The clock is stopped on the incomplete pass. All right, now number 9, under center. Two setbacks either side. Now the handoff. That's to Mac Lang, and now a whistle, and the play's going to stop, and that is likely to be illegal procedure on the Red Knights. False start on the Red Knights. Another form of illegal procedure. That'll bring them back 5, and that will make it 3rd and 13. And now substitutions will come in off the Red Knight bench. Number 13, no name for him either. Number 14, Kobe Willis checks in. See if the Red Knights are going to play it conservatively here with 2:11 remaining in quarter number 1. And they break out, but most likely a pass here. Number 9, under center, single setback, 2 slapbacks on either side, 2 wideouts on either side, and the handoff inside to number 26, and he does get some yardage, but he's going to be far short of the first down as he's brought down just over the 40-yard line. And they will mark it, I believe, at the 39. Yes, they do. And that'll bring up a 4th and 8. And what are the Red Knights going to do here? Looks like they're going to be in punting formation. Number 16, the punter coming out. No name for him either on my limited program here. Now coming in off the field, that's Sean Washington, number 8, as he assumes position on the far side. Possible fake comes to mind. Let's see what they do. And they are going to try to pin Stewartville deep. Kick end over end, fair catch. Fielded at about the 18-yard line for Stewartville, and so they will get their second possession as they mark the nose right at the 20, and they will move it. Let's see. They're going to switch out the ball, and I think they'll mark it right there at the 20, and Stewartville comes out with the play already called with 1:20 remaining in quarter number 1. They lead 6-0. And I'll remind you, you are watching ParkTV 16 Sports. We're on location in St. Louis Park, bringing you live football action. We're streaming live on YouTube. I'm Robert Christensen, glad you're with us. Once again, apologies for not having an accurate program. We'll try to rectify that if possible. Okay, now, Stewartville on their second drive of the match. Handoff to the setback behind. That's number 22, again. Grayson Dudley. Here's the replay and the handoff to Dudley. The single setback, he goes right in the middle. He found success there on their first drive, and he finds a little bit of success once again. In fact, great success with a 7-yard gain. And the clock continues to wind down with 56 seconds remaining. Ball at the 27-yard line, left hash mark. 47 seconds and counting on the clock. Hale in the shotgun formation. Motion inside, handoff again to Dudley, and this time the Red Knights saw it coming, and that is number 7. He smelled it out. Nathan Anderson, the sophomore, big tackle. And I'm not even giving the right name because I'm looking at the program that I'm reading, and then I'm listening to the PA announcer here at the stadium announce who number 7 was, and it's not the same name. So I really apologize for butchering these names, but it's the information, or the data as we call it, that I have at this moment. All right, now Stewartville, 3rd and 5. Big play here for the Red Knights as the clock is about to wind down, and it does, and there's the whistle signaling the end of quarter number 1. So after 1 quarter complete from Benilde-St. Margaret's, they're down 6-0 on their home opener. Come on back for quarter number 2.
This is my husband, Alex Hussey. Alex is about 2 weeks away from coming home.
I was point man in foot patrol, and I stopped on the bomb. Lost my legs and my left hand in an explosion.
And he suffered a severe traumatic brain injury.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
There are so many mountains to climb, and we do it together.
With the right support, more veterans can reach victories, great and small.
To watch Alex take on this mountain, that's what this is all about.
DAV provides a lifetime of support to veterans of every generation, helping more than 1 million veterans each year.
Alex has conquered this mountain. That's something he won't forget.
With the right support, there are no limits.
Look at that smile! You did it!
But there's more to be done, and more victories to be won.
This has meant so much.
Thank you, DAV.
Alex Hussey, thank you for your service. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Back on the campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's for their home opener football game on ParkTV 16 Sports. Red Knights out of the Skyway Gold taking on the visiting Stewartville Tigers out of the Skyway Brass. And the Tigers got off to a great start, running the ball down the length of the field pretty much for a 6-0 lead. Their extra point run attempt failed. Red Knights answered with several consecutive first downs of their own before having to punt, and now this is the Tigers' second possession, and it's a 3rd and 5. Big play to start quarter number 2. And the handoff to Dudley. He finds a lot of room up the middle as he rumbles and stumbles all the way to the 35-yard line, and it's going to be another first down for Stewartville Tigers as they find more success.
For a long game, tackled by the field left
And
line.
they'll mark the ball down inside the left hash mark. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Clock now with 11:40 to go. They play 12-minute quarters, and the Stewartville Tigers dominated the time of possession in quarter number 1. Rounded out a 6-0 lead. Now they look to do the same. 1st and 10 from their 35. Second possession of the match here. Now, Hale calling signals from the shotgun. Handoff to the crossing back is number 41, Wyatt King. And I'm not sure I have that name right either because I heard the PA announcer. I think he... All right, that's a gain of 2 for Stewartville. Ball on the 37-yard line, left hash mark as we looked at that replay. Good defensive play by the Red Knights. Clock now under 11 minutes to go in quarter number 2. It's also the home opener for the Minnesota Golden Gophers over in Minneapolis. So football season is underway, not only in St. Louis Park, but in the state of Minnesota and nationwide starting tonight. Great feeling it is. Now the handoff to Wyatt King. Looking on that right side, gets around the corner, and he's gonna get spun out of bounds, and that's gonna bring another personal foul against the Red Knights. Their second one of the match. I recall one of the 2 games I did last year, they had some of those issues as well, and it looks like it's continuing here into the second to another season. It was very costly the first time around in the first quarter because it was 3rd and 5 or something like that from over midfield. The shotgun snap was botched. The quarterback, Hale for Stewartville, had to fall on it. And then there was some extracurricular hitting and against the Red Knights, and it made it an automatic first down. Let's see what happened here as we look at, I believe, and he horse collars him and then he throws him down. That's just a lack of discipline. Mac Lang, if that's his name. If it isn't, I apologize, but that's who I have on my program. He plays offense, special teams, but they are going to overrule that, or are they going to offset them? Yes, they're going to offset. Also was, yes, so there was an, yeah, you can see if you can read his lips. That's an offsetting penalty. It's the personal foul. So that is a break for, but it might be an automatic first down nevertheless, so maybe not the break that we might think. Let's see, now they're gonna mark off so they marked off the Stewartville holding call. That's what that was, and now they marked off the 15 yards, I believe, or maybe it was 10, whatever it is. They moved it against Stewartville for their penalty, then they moved it back towards the Red Knights for their penalty, and the long and the short of it is, let's see, a 2nd and 3 is what the scoreboard says. The clock is stopped with 10:25 to go. The ball's on the 42-yard line, right hash mark, 2nd and 3 for Stewartville. 2 wideouts to the right, man in motion from the left. They've loaded it up on the right side. Hale in shotgun formation, hands off to the tailback, and in there to snuff it out is number 42 for the Red Knights. And I don't have a name for him either. I think it's Will, but look at, he shed the blocker and smelled that out. Great defensive play for a loss of 2. That'll bring up a 3rd and 6 as we're now at the 10-minute mark before halftime. And this match has been played completely on the ground. I think there's been no completions that I can think of. at least for Stewartville, and maybe one for the Red Knights. But both teams, running teams so far, at least in this match. All right, 9:40 to go, clock winding down, 3rd and 6. Big play for the Red Knights. Stewartville from their own 39 after a loss of 2. Wideouts to the near side, 1 to the right, and the blitz is on, and the screen pass, and almost intercepted by number 6, Jaden Garibaldi. He smelled it out, and a great defensive play by the Red Knights will bring up 4th down for Stewartville. There's Hale coming back. They let him go, and a screen pass was on, but the Red Knights smelled it out. Both him along with number 13, who I don't have a name for, were in on the play, but number 6 especially, Jaden Garibaldi, made the tackle, and it's gonna bring up a 4th and 6, and it must be a punting situation for Stewartville, their first of the night. The clock is stopped with 9:27 to go. Back. Okay, well, yeah, all these names that I have, I think I'm just gonna call numbers because I don't think any of the names I have are accurate from what we got off the internet. And that kick is barely gonna make it over the line of scrimmage, and it comes right back at Stewartville and out of bounds for a loss. The ball was snapped from the 39-yard line, and it goes out of bound at the 36. A -3 punt. And that is the first time I've ever seen that. Back to punt. He had plenty of room, and he just got it high up in the air. There was pressure late from a Red Knight, which probably rushed it as he saw it on the corner of his eye. So whoever that was, great defensive play. And the ball's on the 36. You can characterize that however you want. If they had punted it down the field and they'd run it back that far, they'd be there. But boy, this has got to be a great golden opportunity for the Red Knights. They've got to look at it that way. All right, 9 is Peyton Myers. All right, I'm gonna get the producer to whisper the names to me as we go on here, so I will write that one down. Peyton Myers is the quarterback for Benilde-St. Margaret's. Again, our sincere apologies for not having our information accurate prior to the broadcast, but hopefully you're enjoying it all the same as we try to entertain along as well as describe the action as best we can. All right, under 9 minutes to go, 2nd and 10. Is there a good defensive play? Or no, 2nd and 6, excuse me. All right, Myers under center, handoff to the near side to number 33.
Handoff to Grady Polson.
Grady Folson is what the PA announcer said. That was he was number 33. I'm talking to my producer as I'm talking to the audience too. So that's 33 is Folsom, 9 is Pete Myers. And now a 3rd down, no gain, Brady Paulson. All right. Handoff by Myers inside the number 26. And he is gonna cross the 25-yard line for a 1st down for the Red Knights. And a 1st down for Benilde-St. Margaret's with 8:07 remaining. Clock stopped momentarily to set the chains. They'll mark it down just across the 25. We'll call it the 24, or excuse me, yeah, the 24-yard line. The scoreboard says the 19, but they're off by 5. All right, now, ball in the middle of the field. Single setback, 3 wideouts, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Myers hands off, and now the double reverse to number 1. I think that's Mac Lang. He found some room, cuts back, and a nice open field tackle by Stewartville's number 14, Colin McGill. But that doesn't mean the Red Knights didn't get another 1st down, and now they are set up at the 10-yard line, 1st and goal with 7:40 to go in the 2nd quarter. And that's Jaden Garibaldi, number 1. Okay. Well, in my program, I had him down as number 6. Good grief. We'll get it figured out. All right, now Myers, handoff to Garibaldi. Tries that left side again. Found some room as he gets forced out of bounds at about the 7. See where they mark it. They'll bring up a 2nd down inside the 10. And they were at the let's see.
Referee timeout.
They're going
for
to call it
injury.
out on the 7, and we've got a player down on the far sideline. And is that a red knight? I'll get my binoculars out. See if I can describe what's going on. Yes. It is a red knight, and it is the ball carrier, Jaden Garibaldi, who plays. Yeah. Could be a cramp. Talking to him. It doesn't look like people are too concerned, but the players customarily do take a knee. And I've got the binoculars on him on that far side. There you can see the players. I did see him moving. And they seem to be looking at maybe that left leg, but if it's a cramp, they might be trying to work it out. And if you've ever had a cramp, they are very, very painful. It's been a somewhat humid day today. The dew point I think I saw was at 61. And the way to avoid cramps is to hydrate, and you've got to be intentional about it. But it looks like he's going to be okay as he walks off under his own power. Jaden Garibaldi takes off his helmet. Boy, when I played high school football, that was a no-no by my head coach at Shakopee High School. You never took the helmet off. But we're living in a different time. But Jaden Garibaldi coming off the field looks like he's going to be okay. Hopefully we'll see him back. Meanwhile, we check the scoreboard. 7 minutes, 12 seconds remaining. Our score remains 6-0 after Stewartville brought the initial kickoff down the field. Almost all, actually all on running plays. Okay, 2nd and 7 from the 7-yard line according to the scoreboard. All right, now Myers under center, the handoff, and he runs into a brick wall. It's going to be a loss, maybe a no gain, but great gang tackling by Stewartville Tigers. And that will bring up a 3rd and 10. Let's see where they mark that football. So Stewartville's defense rises up. They're going to mark it at the 11-yard line. And it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 11. And Garibaldi is back in the match. So this is where the Red Knights, if they've got some plays that they were working on that they think are going to work against Stewartville, this is the time to pull it out of the basket right here. 3rd and 10 from the middle of the field. Myers under center. Fake handoff, back to pass, and he's going to go down at the 20. Sacked by Stewartville as he beat the center. And I have a name for him maybe, and it's probably not accurate, but we'll give it a shot. And I don't have a name, but number 59 smelled that out and brought down Meyer for a big loss. And now it's going to be 4th and 20. Well, not 4th and 20. I look at the scoreboard and they don't have it marked. Now they do. It's 17-yard line. I'm just going to rely on my own eyes. And what are the Red Knights going to do here? It's really going to depend on what kind of leg their kicker has. If they do kick from the 17, that would be a 27, mark the ball back, 34-yard field goal. No win would not be an issue. I mean, the flags are literally limp on the flagpoles. Maybe a slight wind, but a good night to kick the ball. The field conditions are dry, no wind. Or will the Red Knights go for it? They'll need to get 17 yards and pay dirt, or they'll turn it over on downs. So a very key play here coming up for Benilde-St. Margaret's as they talk it over during the timeout. All right, timeout. The signal from the referee as he whistles the Red Knights. Time to stop talking about it. Coach Brad Anderson is out there. Last minute instructions to number 14. There's Garibaldi, number 1. Red Knights looking good in those beautiful new red uniforms for the year. And there's Garibaldi. He'll line up in the slot, almost like a tight end. Myers under center, single setback and a wideout. Play action pass, going for the corner and waiting for it all day long was Stewartville as he threw into, I'd say, at least double coverage. The interception made by number 11, and they were waiting for Garibaldi, weren't they? It certainly seemed that way. Let's go to the replay. That's number 14 for Stewartville. Nice play action play. Plenty of time for Myers. Nice loft on it, and he underthrew it a little bit, and waiting for it was a tall player, number 11 for Stewartville. I have him as Brody Buckmeyer.
7-yard line.
but I don't know if that's accurate or not. So they turn it over on an interception on 4th and 17 from inside the red zone. So the Red Knights come away empty after an impressive drive that took up a majority of the second quarter. And now Stewartville, with their third possession of the match, comes with 5:55 to go before half. Left hash mark. 13 Hale, I believe his name is, according to my information, in the shotgun formation. Dudley, the single setback, 2 wideouts to the right, slot back to the right as well, calling signals, looking at the sideline. Fake handoff, quick slant pass complete inside to number 3 for Stewartville. And that's Brody Buckmeyer, so that's not who I have on my list. In fact, I think I called Brody Buckmeyer number 11, who is why, I don't know how that happened, but our information is completely messed up, and again, our apologies. 5.5 minutes to go. 2nd and 3. As we approach halftime on this inaugural home opener for the Red Knights of Benilde-St. Margaret's. Now, back to pass, post pattern on the play action. There was incidental contact as that ball was in the air. The referee looked right at it, decided not to throw the flag. And here's the replay, play action, steps back, lets it go right away. That's the second post pattern. It almost looked like it could have been for the Red Knights, and if there was any interference on second glance, it could have been against Stewartville, as it looked like he tried to hold up the Red Knight, who, if he'd got the right angle, could have intercepted that ball. But again, no call on that. The clock is stopped with 5:12 to go, and now a 3rd and 3 for the Stewartville Tigers. And I'm not going to attempt to say their names anymore. I'll just describe the action and refer to their numbers, unless and until we get confirmed information. And a handoff to 22, the formerly known as Dudley. That's who I had, Grayson Dudley. And he just barely stretches the ball to the first down yardage marker. So that's going to be first down for the Stewartville Tigers. And their drive will continue from their own 37-yard line. Ball almost in the middle of the field, slightly to the right, towards that right hash mark as we look at the Stewartville coaches. And they all look like third base coaches, don't they? And I wonder, you know, all 3 of them are signaling, but maybe only one of them is the real guy. I'm sure that's by design. Could you imagine 3 third base coaches in baseball as a way to try to distract the signals? Or I could be completely mistaken. All right, now pass on the flat, intended for number 14, just off his fingertips. And that is Colin McGill. So that matches the lineup I have for Stewartville. My Red Knight lineup is completely off, but that one I had right. And again, that ball just off the off-stretch hand. So I would say Hale is struggling on those flat passes. He missed another one earlier in the first quarter. And now we'll bring up a 2nd and 10 with 4:31 to go. Now a substitution for the Red Knights late here. And the play comes in from Stewartville. Number 3 for Stewartville, whispers it to, I believe that's Hale, the quarterback. All right, now, single setback for Hale. Trips to the left in the slot. Single wideout to the near sideline. Hale directing players around. Handoff to the setback. Avoids a would-be tackler with a block and then escapes another one before being brought down at the 44-yard line. As we go to the replay, there's the handoff to Dudley, I believe, number 22. Dips and darts around, spin move, a la Chuck Foreman of the Vikings from 70s. Best spin move guys ever. That was a nice spin move there by Dudley. 4 minutes to go now before half. 3rd and 3, another 3rd down situation. There's been several for Stewartville. Red Knights have come up big a few times. Can they do it again? As they look to get on the board before halftime, and a stop right here would be just what the doctor ordered. Now the ball thrown out of the flat, and it's going to be complete on a button hook pattern just across the first down yardage. And that was Brody Buckmeyer with the reception.
Tackled by Jaden Garibaldi.
Jaden Garibaldi was right there, but Brockmeyer holds on. And another first down for Stewartville as we get another look at their coaches on the sideline. Nursing a 6-point lead. Clock continues to wind down. 3:22 remaining. Still winding down. Stewartville content to wind this clock down. Now a late player runs in for Benilde-St. Margaret's. They didn't have enough on the field, but now they do. Just as the snap is called and the handoff to number 22. He finds all kinds of room along that right hash mark off tackle and goes for another first down and then some. Another 5 yards past the first down marker. He'll be called down. It looked like at the 35, but they mark him back 2 yards as he kind of sailed forward after being tackled. No, he was down right there. They took him back a yard, so it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Red Knight 37-yard line on the right hash mark. Now, 2 wideouts to the near side, none to the right. Single setback. Hale in the shotgun, calling signals. Also a slot back left, number 25. Looks to the sidelines. Clock continuing to wind down, 2.5 minutes to go. Still calling signals. Now he'll roll out to the near side. Cross back over, and that pass is going to be low, intended for number 14, Colin McGill.
That's intended for Colin McGill.
And that will fall incomplete. He was open, and that's a tough pass on that rollout, especially when you got to throw across your body. And he let it go. He was open and couldn't find him. So struggling again on those flat passes after completing the previous one for a first down. We'll stop the clock with 2:21 to go. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 37 of the Red Knights. And the crowd mostly quiet here for Benilde-St. Margaret's. They haven't had a lot to cheer about so far. See if they can change that here with these last 2 minutes and 20 seconds. A great defensive play right here would do the trick for Red Knight fans. All right, Stewartville, screen pass to the near side, and dipsing and doodling is number 2. I believe that's Peyton Holder, and he's gonna ramble and spin his way down to the 20-yard line. No flags on the field, and that's gonna be a good for another first down for Stewartville. Stops the clock momentarily with 2:12 remaining. And they'll mark it back another yard. They'll call it dead and down at the 21-yard line. Left hash mark, 2:04 and counting. As Stewartville looking for their 2nd score before halftime, and they are in no hurry. Okay, no huddle. Shotgun formation. Single back behind. Hale, the quarterback, slot back to the right. 2 wideouts to the far side, none to the near. Handoff to the tailback is Dudley, and he'll take it right up the middle for a few yards as he's brought down at the 17 or 18-yard line, it appears, for a gain of 3.
Bring up 2nd and 7.
That'll be 2nd and 7 from the 18-yard line, 1:27 remaining. So you wonder Stewartville's going to start to use any of their timeouts here. Right now they are not, as they are taking their sweet time. They do not want the Red Knights to get the ball back. That's one part of their strategy. Okay, 2 wideouts to the far side. Single set back behind Hale is Dudley. Slot back to the right. Snap, flat pass on the slant pattern, complete to number 3, Brody Brockmeyer. He is brought down at the 10-yard line, and that's going to be another first down for the Tigers of Stewartville. The clock continues to wind down, 55 seconds remaining and counting. Ball placed at the 10. It'll be 1st and goal with 48 seconds and counting remaining. Ball placed on that right hash mark. Now they got a single wide out to the near side, none to the right. 2 running backs to the left in I formation. Now they move over on the shift. And the handoff to the tailback is Dudley. He finds all kinds of room, and he's going to be brought in just as he crosses the goal line. No, the referees on both sides are going to call him down shy of the goal line, but just shy. 23 seconds remaining. They stop the clock, and there's going to be a timeout finally this time by Stewartville. That ball will be marked down at the 1-yard line, bringing up a 3rd down. Here's that replay, and boy, hard to say whether that left hip hit before he crossed the plane. From my vantage point, high atop the press box, looked like he was in. That was my call from my vantage point. Hard to tell with our camera angle there, but I would note, like I called it, that both linesmen thought the same thing unless they were looking at each other and guessing at what that could be. But they'll bring up a 3rd and 1. So Stewartville will have 2 chances. I know they at least have 1 timeout left remaining. I think that timeout they just used right now was the first of the half. I think they get at least 3. We look at the Red Knights sideline, and there is a defensive player getting his left arm bandaged. It's number 54. It's a significant defender for the Red Knights. All right, now here comes Stewartville out of the timeout. Under center for the first time is Hale, and the handoff to Dudley, and he is going to be brought in after he crosses the goal line for a touchdown for the Tigers. On 3rd and 1, the handoff to Dudley in the I formation, cuts back just as he was about to be tackled, and he is clearly in for 6 more, so our score now 12-0, and there he is. I hope his name is Dudley, because that's who I have him, his last name I should say. First name is Grayson. If not, my apologies. But great running there by number 22. Okay, now the extra point and an unorthodox formation. You see this, Stewartville now will line up to the far left hash mark, and then they shift over. And there is no play clock, but you wonder if that's not coming here for high school football. Okay, they're taking their time. I don't know if they're disorganized or this is all part of the charade to try to distract the Red Knights from making a defensive play, and now another timeout by Stewartville. Wow, complicated situation there for Stewartville. And that's one thing I have noticed, both teams on running plays, I've never seen as many complicated running plays as I've seen. Lots of misdirection, cross bucks, fakes, reverses, misdirections, all coming together just behind the line of scrimmage in the backfield. And here there was all kinds of complicated shifts and moving going on that I think the team was confused, and the coaches understood that and wisely called a timeout, and they'll talk it over. I don't know, I'm more of an old school, run the ball, let them know you're gonna run it, make them stop you. Stewartville's had great success doing that. I don't know if they need all this misdirection, but they're the coaches, and there's a reason for that, and there's a reason why I'm not. I get to make the commentary, and every once in a while throw in my opinion. All right, here we go. Now they come out in a straight formation. Hale, the quarterback, in the shotgun, single setback. Behind him is Dudley. Shift from the right to the left is number 2, Brody Bruckheimer. Now rolling right is Hale, and the pass inside underneath is going to fall incomplete for a second failed extra point attempt for Stewartville, and another ray of hope here for the Red Knights and their fans with the second consecutive defensive play on. There's some holding going on right there. Number 55 was calling it, no flag. And that ball sails inside, and great defensive work by number 3 for the Red Knights. Man on man with the intended receiver. So a nice stop by the Red Knights, which is really a credit to their goal line defense. That's really what that is when you are trying to score an extra point from the 3. So our score, we are nearly at the end of the second quarter. 18 seconds left remaining. 12-0 Stewartville Tigers. Red Knights looking to get on the board, and they're going to have to wait to the second half, but they will be getting the ball in the second half. They won the toss to begin this match and deferred. So they will receive in the second half, and that is a good thing, as they will regroup at halftime and try to find their offensive footing here in the second half. It's only game 1 of a long season here in late August. Coach Brad Anderson in his second year with the Red Knights. Last year his team went 4-6. Number 2 seed in the playoffs, 5-4A. They beat De La Salle and now we're in a new year, new schedule, new team, same coach. All right, Stewartville to kick off, number 20, and he'll kick it down the middle of the field to Garibaldi, and he'll see if he can pull a miracle here as he cuts back, and he'll be brought down by number 34 for Stewartville.
To the 34-yard line.
That was Keegan McMahon, according to my notes.
Eli Shy.
And the PA announcer said it was Eli Shy, so we'll go with that. And the clock will be stopped with 13 seconds remaining. Coach Brad Anderson on the sideline right there in the headset. Gives the play, and I can't imagine they're going to do anything too fancy here with 13 seconds remaining. The last thing the Red Knights want to do is turn it over for a score late, especially if they're going to get the ball back to begin the second half. And they do. They play conservatively with the handoff up the middle to number 26. He'll bring it to the 40-yard line for a gain of 5, short of the first down. 3 seconds remaining. And there is the signals letting us know the end of the second quarter and halftime has arrived. So come on back for half number 2. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube. Glad you're with us.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
At Benilde-St. Margaret's, and look at the beautiful post-sunset looking out west from high atop the press box, which is on the other side of where you're looking. But what a great view, looking directly out west over the church and the school and the baseball diamond for Benilde-St. Margaret's. But we are here watching football, and the Red Knights in their home opener will receive to start the second half. They find themselves down by 2 scores, 12-0. They did play great defense on the 2 failed extra points, but Stewartville will kick off with a 12-0 lead, and they are dominating so far from the 40-yard line. The kick goes to number 1, Jaden Garibaldi, and he'll go towards the middle. Then he finds some room on the outside, and he gets his speed going, cuts back inside before he's brought down over the 50-yard line, all the way down to the 41. And what a great way to start the second half, especially for the home Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights. And I'll inform the audience, I did find a Red Knight program, and I looked down, there are no flags down, but there is a player hurt. And here is the broken tackle by Garibaldi as he finds daylight along that left sideline. And look at the speed, he tried to split the defenders and almost got through them before being brought down at the 41-yard line. So a great start for Brad Anderson, Garibaldi, and the Red Knights. His team down 2 scores. Looking to give the home crowd something to cheer about. But meanwhile, the concern is with the Red Knight player down at the 35-yard line in between the 2 hash marks on his back. And if I can get a number for him, I'll put my binoculars on him, but he does look to be in some discomfort. And that could be another cramp now as I look at how they're treating him. They're looking at that right calf. Still not able to get a number on him. The people attending to him. But it appears to be a cramp situation as we look at the Red Knights offense, and that there is one of their leaders. Number 54 for the Red Knights, that's Milo Dungan. He's a senior captain. And now the player has got up, and that is number 10 for the Red Knights. Kewen Lensmeyer, a junior, humbling off there, but it looked like it might be a cramp. Hopefully he'll be back. But now the Red Knights, as we go back to resume play with 11:49 to go in the third quarter, just underway after a scintillating kickoff return by Garibaldi, sets up the Red Knights nicely in Stewartville territory from the left hash mark 41-yard line. Myers calling signals under center, the handoff to the setback behind him, number 26, Joe Rochowiak. Gets stopped after a short gain up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 38 for a gain of 3. That'll bring up a 2nd and 7. And so the Red Knights are in business, bringing up a 2nd down. They're looking to convert their first score of the game and the season. Okay, Myers under center. Wideouts on either side, 2 setbacks on either side, and the handoff to the left side slot back, number 3, that's Nate Dukowski, and he finds some room over to the right side, and he falls forward to the 29-yard line, and a first down for the Red Knights. Stops the clock with 11:10 to go in the 3rd quarter. So the Red Knights have had success on the ground. They just weren't able to sustain their 1 or 2 drives in the first half. They came close, but stalled inside the 20-yard line on 1 drive, but now they're 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. 10:50 remaining, and now the quick snap, and was there offsides? There is a flag after the fact from the back judge, the referee in the white hat, and that might be a personal foul against Stewartville, although I would question the validity of that call, at least my first glance. We can go to the replay, but they're talking it over. Meanwhile, it was a loss of 3 or 4 as the defensive tackle was able to time that snap right away, unless they're going to call an offsides. All right, he picks up the flag, and they're going to say there's no flag, so that's going to be a loss if I'm not mistaken. Here's the replay. Myers under center, and the snap was before he called for it, so a little miscommunication between quarterback and center results in a loss of maybe 2 yards. Looks like it's at the 31-yard line. That'll bring up a 2nd and 12 with 10:42 and counting in the 3rd quarter. Under center, Myers, and the handoff to the setback. No, the fake. Now to the near side, Garibaldi, and the Stewartville Tigers are all over that, and they gang tackle him for no gain, maybe even a small loss as they force him out of bounds. Stopping the clock with 10:32 to go. Garibaldi didn't like the way he was treated by Stewartville there. There was the out flat pass, and they shed off the block on the near side, and the gang tackling continues. And there's the referee holding him up. Doing a nice job there, preventing him from getting brought down to the ground well in the sideline. And that is going to be another loss of 1 yard. So the Red Knights going in the opposite direction, find themselves 3rd and 12 from the 32 left hash mark. Looking for a big play here in the 3rd quarter. If now was the time to get one, this is it. All right, now under center's Meyer, back to pass, fake handoffs. Now to Garibaldi in the flat. He'll try to beat the receiver. He does the first would-be tackler before he gets drilled at the 28 or 7-yard line. He'll be way short of the first down as the clock continues to wind down as we approach the 10-minute mark. There was the double fake, then the pass into the flat. No blockers there. Almost got a face mask call, but was able to elude that would-be tackler without the face mask, and they'll place the ball down at the 27-yard line, bringing up a 4th and 7. Under 10 minutes to go. Clock continues to wind down. 9:51 and counting. Big 4th down play here for the Red Knights. 2 wideouts, 1 on either side. Quick snap. Play action pass down the middle. Finds Garibaldi for a first down as he's brought down inside the 15. We'll call it the 13-yard line. First down, Red Knights. 9:40 remaining. And a beautiful play by Myers on the play action. Wasted no time. Garibaldi found that soft spot in the middle of the zone defense by the Tigers. And now the Red Knights, 1st and 10. They'll move the ball back. Nope, it's at the 13. 1st and 10. Myers breaks the huddle, under center. Single setback is number 26, Rochikar. And now the flip to Garibaldi, and he gets held up after a short gain, maybe no gain, actually. He may not have even gotten back to the line of scrimmage or just barely did. And Garibaldi now having words with the referee as they are trying to calm him down. He looks to the sideline. No flags though, but definitely some instructions going on there between Garibaldi and the official. Hopefully they have an understanding here, and that will bring up 2nd and 10. from the 13. 8:42 and counting in the third quarter. Myers, handoff, and now the double reverse to number 33 as he cuts it back across the 5, nearing the goal line before being brought down. Now a late flag comes out, and that could be another personal foul against the Red Knights. I believe it could be,
There is a penalty flag on
as
the
we
play.
look at number 33 for the Red Knights. That's Brady Paulson on the crossbuck after the fake. But I think we're going to have a personal foul again on the Red Knights, unless I am mistaken. It appears they were looking at Milo Dungan. He's already got one earlier in the first half that cost the Red Knights dearly. After a botched snap would have brought up a 4th down and long, it made it an automatic first down. All right, let's see the call from the referee. Taunting, unsportsmanlike conduct on 54, Milo Dungan. That's his 2nd personal foul of the match.
Sportsmanlike conduct on Benilde.
And that'll march the ball back 10 yards at a critical time here. 8:26 remaining in the third quarter. It marches it all the way back to the 14-yard line. 15-yard penalty. It was a first down, so they should give him the first down. They're saying it's 3rd down on the marker, but I don't think that's right. And now he's going to get sacked, Meyer, and then fumbles the ball, and falling on it was number 26, Rochowiak, I should pronounce it that way perhaps. There's Meyer, play action, and beating the block. And I don't know if I have the right name for him, number 59. Let's see, in the information, I do not even have a name, probably just as well. But I did get an accurate program here for the Red Knights, so we'll hopefully be able to bring you accurate names and numbers. But now it says 4th and 26. I thought on the 2 previous plays from before that the first down was there, then the unsportsmanlike conduct occurred afterwards, taunting, so I thought they should have given him the first down and then marched him back. But instead, it was 3rd down on the last play, and right now it's 4th and 26 and a timeout on the field by Coach Brad Anderson, as he is having to manage some disciplinary issues with his team here. I think that's 3 personal fouls against the Red Knights tonight already. 2 on Dugan, and I can't remember who the other one was. And last year, they did, the couple games that I did call, there was some personal fouls, as I recall correctly. So that problem persists here into the new year, and it's really cost the Red Knights. All right, now, timeout over with. We'll reorient you as we look at the Stewartville sideline. 7:32, clock winding down. 7:30 exactly right now, huddle for the Red Knights. We'll call it 4th and 26 on the scoreboard. The Red Knights need a miracle. This is the time. 3 wideouts, 2 on far side, 1 on the near side. Plenty of room as he guns it down the middle, and it's going to be picked off for the 2nd time. Myers is picked off near the goal line, and now Stewartville brings it all on the left side, and they'll be in business over the 30-yard line and out of bounds. Turnover on the Red Knights just as they were knocking on the door. They had 1st and goal inside the 5. The personal foul brought it back to a 4th down situation, and we have a Red Knight. That was a nice looking ball. He just missed his target, but he threw right into triple coverage, didn't he? And with the interception, I have that as number 6, Byron Koenig. Doubt that's right, but if it isn't, great play, number 6. And now another cramp. That's the 3rd one now for the Red Knights. So they're having hydration issues and disciplinary issues in this game 1. Things that can be easily corrected. Hydrating the players, making that a priority, and then learning to control their emotions on the sideline. And there's Coach Brad Anderson trying to get a handle on it all. His team is now still remains down 12-0 as we look at the Stewartville Tigers. They are on a knee. I'm looking to see if anybody else is hurt out there. I don't see that. And we got a referee now calling, perhaps there was another penalty. Yes.
During the return on the Tigers, 15 yards.
So they're going to penalize the Tigers of Stewartville for a 15-yard unnecessary roughness call and march it back 15 yards from where it was brought down, I think, or from the spot of the foul. Nevertheless, the net outcome is the ball's going to be placed on the Stewartville 13-yard line, and now number 3, the hurt player, Nate Dukowski, and that's a cramp, and it's still, they can't work it out. That's not a joint issue, that's a water hydration issue. Third player tonight suffering that ailment. Definitely preventable, proper hydration, good conditioning. So far, Stewartville has been dominating, and they're going to get their first possession here of the second half with 7:07 to go in the third. From their own 13-yard line now, 1st and 10. Just a gorgeous, beautiful evening. Light winds out of the northeast, maybe at 5 miles an hour, but mostly still. All right, now, there's the handoff to number 22, and I heard from the grapevine that's Vince Welke or Wellick. Obviously, I had his name wrong, and that's the quarterback, and the running back, number 22, we were informed is Malik Abdi. So my apologies to Mr. Abdi and Mr. Welke. Those are the only 2 accurate names we have that I'm aware of for Stewartville. And now another player down, and is that a red knight? That's a 4th red knight. And is that going to be another cramp? I hope it's that, because it's not a serious. Number 10 is down. Number 10 for the Red Knights is McEwen Lensmeyer, Jr. And I'll try to get the binoculars on him, but boy, the injuries just compounding the difficulties. And again, that looks like another cramp being worked on as they are massaging that right calf, and he is in pain. And if you've ever had a cramp, they can be the most painful. And they are trying to stretch that out. So that's what, 3 cramping injuries, maybe 4? I'm not writing them down, but that is quite a bit as we look at the Stewartville crowd making the somewhat long trek from southwestern part of the state. I've driven through Stewartville a couple times, knew a few people out that way. Great community, great school spirit. There's more Stewartville fans. Parking lot jam-packed here at Benilde-St. Margaret's. Moon is out, a little sliver of a moon over our right shoulder coming from the southwest. Beautiful night here in Benilde-St. Margaret's. All right, still working on number 10, McEwen Lensmeyer. Cramp injuries just taking a lot of time here. I don't know why they can't at least get him up and off the field and work on that on the sideline. Yeah, they got to get him up here, let him hop off on that right leg. Yeah, here they're going to get him up. Yep, that's a cramp. That left, yeah, that's exactly what that is. They've walked off the same way, and that's how I walk whenever I've gotten one at home. And I go immediately to the faucet and start pounding water with one of those big plastic cups you get at a Twins game that you get to take home, or a Gopher football game, or what have you. And all right, another casualty due to cramps and hydration issues for the Red Knights. All right, quickly, clock now winding down, under 7 minutes to go. 2nd and 6 from the 17 is Stewartville. The handoff to Abdi, and he finds room up the middle on that left hash mark, and he'll be brought down close to a 1st down. Might be just shy, bringing up a 3rd. We'll call it maybe about 1. 6-yard gain on for Abdi. And it is a 1st down. He did get the necessary yardage. And another 1st down for the Stewartville Tigers as they will get a new set of downs from their own 23-yard line. Clock continues to wind down, 6:22 remaining in this home opener for the Red Knights. They've had a couple of opportunities inside the 20 both times. Those drives ended with interceptions at the goal line, and now Stewartville following their last turnover with an interception and the handoff to number 41 for Stewartville, and another first down, this time over the right tackle. Emmanuel,
There's a flag on the play.
I believe that's Emmanuel. Oh, there's going to be a flag on the play. The preliminary call is holding against Stewartville, so that'll nullify the nice run by, I thought I heard the PA announcer refer to him as Emmanuel for Stewartville. As they pick up the flag, they'll march it back. All right, here's the replay. Somebody pulling a jersey in the middle. Right there, yes. Now, it was after the player had gone by him, so that would be an objection if I were a Stewartville coach, player, or fan, but nevertheless, he did get a tug on the jersey, and that is holding. The question is whether or not it really impacted the play. Nevertheless, the Red Knights will take it. 1st and 20 now. Or 13 they'll call it. Now the running around the left end and all kinds of room for Stewartville. And the hit on the sideline pops the ball loose, but it goes out of bounds, which means Stewartville will retain possession. And a break for Stewartville after a brilliant run on the left side. Nobody home for the Red Knights on defense. The handoff to 41. Lead block there, sealed off the side. Nice blocking by Stewartville. And then off to the races is number 41, cuts back in, and a nice hit. Popping that ball loose by the Red Knights. Ray Yearhot, the sophomore, but unable to recover it, and a 1st and 10 from the 44. Stewartville, now they'll go off right tackle on the right side. So they're trying both sides of the Red Knights, going back and forth, and another strong gain for Stewartville. Will bring the ball to the 47-8 line, bringing up a 2nd and 6. Ball placed at about the right hash mark as we approach the 5-minute mark. 5:15 to be exact remaining, clock winding down. Welty, the quarterback, in the shotgun formation. Abdi, the setback behind him. 3 wideouts to the left side, now 2 slot backs to the left, single wideouts on either side. Calling the signals, Welke, and the handoff to Abdi. He tries that left side, finds some room. He'll make enough for a first down as he carries the ball over the 45 and brought down at about the 44, and another first down for Stewartville. And they are starting to rack up those first downs, finding all kinds of running room is Abdi. They'll probably mark it back at the 45 after looking at that replay. Clock winding down, continues to wind down, 4:40 remaining. 1st and 10 from the Red Knight 45. Stewartville looking for their 3rd scoring drive of the evening. On the road, out of the Skyway Brass Conference, taking in the Red Knights of Benilde-St. Margaret's out of the Skyway Gold Conference. New alignments and conferences this year. Divisions, they call them, okay? Not conferences, I was just corrected. All right, now sprinting out of the pocket for a gain of about 6, maybe 7, is Welke. Or Welk. Gain of 7, they'll call it for the quarterback Welk for Stewartville, and a nice big gain makes it 2nd and short. They'll call it 2nd and 3 from the 39-yard line, left hash mark. Clock stop momentarily with 4:10 remaining. Clock still stopped. 2nd and 4. Calling signals is Welke in the shotgun. Abdi, the single setback. Handoff to Abdi on the right, over the right guard. And he finds some room as he gets brought down at about the 35-yard line, close to a first down, and they are going to call it a first down as the referee signals the chain gang to move it down, and another first down for Stewartville with 4 minutes remaining and counting. And now the clock still continues to stop there momentarily and then skipped ahead. Lots of unusual things going on in this match. Personal fouls, cramping, clock issues on the home scoreboard. But the net outcome right now is Stewartville with a 2-score, 12-point lead and marching for 3rd in Red Knight territory. And Abdi finding all kinds of room on the right side. Another 12-yard, 13-yard game, and now another late flag after the play and another personal foul. Let's see what happened here. Maybe it'll go against Stewartville. They seem to be walking it back, but maybe not. Referee there in the white hat looking to sort it out. Abdi was brought down at the 20, good enough for a 15-yard gain and another first down if the play holds up after the flag is assessed. And let's see, are they gonna march it back? It is gonna go against Stewartville. Unnecessary roughness on the offense this time. That'll march it back, and I think that'll be from the spot of the foul. It is. So they'll bring it back to the original line of scrimmage, the 35-yard line. Lots of chaotic plays here tonight as we try to sort it out. It is game one for everybody, right? The referees, the scoreboard, even us here at ParkTV 16 Sports not having the lineups here. So bear with us and forgiveness for all around. All right, now Stewartville on the look-in pass along that left flat, complete by Welke. Caught by Stewartville for a gain of about 6, they'll call it. That'll bring up a 2nd and 4. Ball placed at the 29-yard line, left hash mark. Clock continues to wind down here. And Stewartville, no huddle. Cluster formation, all wrapped in tight on both sides. Standing ends and 2 slot backs. Now the right slot back in motion to the left side. Calling signals is Welke. The handoff to Abdi. Just gets it to him barely. Abdi along the left side zigs and zags and finds all kinds of room again as he rambles down to the 11, maybe the 10-yard line for another first down as they rip a big hole on that left side of the line. They stacked it up. They allowed, a couple Red Knights had some good penetration, but they let him go through, and then Abdi, what a skillful runner he is. Runs very upright, keeping his balance, keeping his eyes up, and he's very shifty, very difficult to bring down. And now the ball will be placed at the 11. That'll bring up a 1st and 10, so they can get a first down inside the 1-yard line if they need it. But right now, 1st and 10 from the 11. Welke in the shotgun formation. Abdi, single set back behind him. 3 wideouts to the right side. Now the handoff to Abdi, and he gets caught and put back towards the middle. Great defensive play by the Red Knights. I believe number 6, Robert Scholl, the captain, came up and forced that play inward on Abdi where there were more Red Knights to make the tackle. Let's see if that's who that is on the replay. Great job right there. Number 6, Scholl. I used to play in. That's your job, is to force that runner back in. He did his job, and that brought him down. Not before, though, a gain of about 6, but a great defensive play there by Robert Scholl, the captain, showing his experience. He got to that end before Abdi forced him right back inside where he got help and brought him down. Now it's 2nd and 4 from the 5. Welke, shotgun. Handoff to number 41 in the middle, and he goes in nearly untouched for a 3rd score for Stewartville, and that comes with 57 seconds remaining. Here's the replay of the handoff over the left guard and all kinds of blocking up front. And another touchdown for number 41 this time for Stewartville, and we've got another player down for the Red Knights. And let's see what that injury appears to be. I'll put the binoculars, but I'm thinking it's another cramp here. Yep, it is. They are working on his right calf. And who is that? It might be number 10 again.
We would also like to thank Linda Johnson, Caldwell Banker, with over 30 years.
Is it number 6 who we just reached? That Robert Scholl, the senior? And they're working on another cramp. You know, things happen one time, it's, you know, things happen twice, it's a pattern. 3 times, it's a problem. And there's lots of cramping going on out there like I have never seen in any athletic contest. including the ones I played in high school. They're still working on him, and they got to get him up. Yep, he's up, and that is Robert Scholl. Looks like he's going to be okay. Usually you do survive those cramps. Just got to walk it off and get some water in you immediately. Looking to see if they've got some water jugs here on the sideline. Maybe one or two, hard to tell. They got a cooler on the near side. But I would get lots of water on the sideline for the next game and emphasize that the players need to be drinking lots of water, especially with how hot and humid it's been this summer. Okay, now, ball on the 3. And we've got flags and a false start on Stewartville, and they'll bring them back 5 yards. And the scoreboard does not indicate the down, but I'll look over with my binoculars. Okay, they say first down. This time it'll be from the 9-yard line. So first and goal from the 9. Scoreboard says the 8. Maybe that is more accurate. And I'll double check the down here, make sure with the binoculars. Yeah, first down from the 8-yard line. Oh, did they just score? That's right, it's a point after attempt. I forgot about that part. I got so distracted by the cramping, I've forgotten Stewartville had just scored, so my apologies. All right, 18-0, going for the extra point. Under center, Welke for Stewartville. Man in motion from the left side. Welke backs up, moves to his left, looking for someone, goes to the corner of the end zone, and it's caught. Is he inbounds? No, out of bounds, but a great play nevertheless, as he did connect, but he was out of bounds and could not bring it in. Let's see if the replay validates that call by the referee. Nice agility there by Welke. It just lofts it up there. Wellick, is that how you pronounce it? Okay, Wellick. Oh, he did get him, but he didn't come down inbounds. So Wellick incomplete on their 3rd touchdown conversion attempt. So that's the one bright spot here for the Red Knights so far, is their ability to stop the extra point running and passing plays of Stewartville. But they are down 18. That's 3 scores any way you cut it. Even if you go for 2, you need 2 touchdowns and a field goal to eke this one out. So the Red Knights need to be perfect on offense. 3 offensive possessions in a quarter is about all you can expect unless there's a series of turnovers. So just enough time here for the Red Knights. If they can figure it out, there's still time with 56 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. And Stewartville now out to set up the kickoff. They'll line it up on that left hash mark. Van Halen playing in the background, might as well jump. Well, the Red Knights are looking for something to jump about, and right now all they got is that Van Halen song. Let's see if their offense can get something going. They have moved the ball into scoring positions twice, and now, oh my goodness, Garibaldi was just set up there, and he paid the price. Oh my goodness, did he take a hit. So here they tried to do a little trickery here, and my goodness, he walked right into number 34 for Stewartville. Number 34 will never forget that hit for as long as he lives. And Garibaldi slow to get up and slow to come off the field, but it looks like he's gonna be okay. But again, a questionable play call there. No protection for Garibaldi on the back end, and he took a hit like a car accident, didn't he? His head snapped from side to side. I hope he's gonna be okay. Didn't look like he took any contact to the head or by the player or on the field, and he is out there in the slot position to the right. All right, under center is Meyer. Meyer back to pass, and he goes down. Looked like he tripped over one of his own linemen. And a loss on the play stops the clock. No, the clock continues to wind down. Another 40 seconds. Here's the replay. Meyer back to pass. And there was pressure, and he just got tripped up. And he's looking for answers, isn't he? As is this entire Red Knight team. Again, they played well on offense, well enough to score, and they've just sabotaged their own success late. And now I think they're just getting run down and a little bit tired here. Tons of injuries to boot. Brings up a second and long, 2nd and 14. Meyer back to pass, lets it go along the right hash mark in the triple coverage for Garibaldi, and it looks like it's intercepted again. And it is. On his feet is number 11. He'll bring it back along the left sideline. Garibaldi slow to get up as the Stewartville interceptor is brought down inside the 30-yard line, and Garibaldi now finally gets up, takes off his helmet, and he is not a happy camper, is he? As he was in triple coverage. Stewartville is very well aware of the talent of Garibaldi, and they look at that, 3 players around him. And the 3rd interception thrown by Meyer and Stewartville. Yeah, he may have hit his head on the attempted play, and he just took that huge hit on the kickoff. And he is down on the ground. Another injured Red Knight. And no, another cramp. Yes, another cramp. The 5th or 6th one. And at least they're getting them up sooner. Yeah, he's having a rough night, Garibaldi, as his entire Red Knight team. They'll learn from this going forward, and there's no time left on the clock. So that's the end of the 3rd quarter, Paul. So why don't we take a break here, if that's appropriate? I think we're going to the 4th quarter here. And we are. They'll change sides. So after 3 quarters complete, our score 18-0. Come on back for quarter number 4. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube.
Social Security is with you through life's journey from birth to retirement. As your life changes year to year, so do your needs. For over 80 years, Social Security has helped to meet your needs and is committed to improving access to the services that make a difference in your life. Today, you can verify your earnings, estimate your future benefits, apply for retirement, manage your benefits, and even change your address, all from the comfort of your home. Social Security's online services help put you in control with secure access to your information anytime, anywhere, allowing you to spend more time with family, friends, or simply just enjoying the day. Social Security, securing today and tomorrow. See what you can do online at socialsecurity.gov.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
All right, we're back at the beginning of the 4th quarter. Stewartville on the march again for their 4th score if they can get it. There's a pass caught at the 10. Malik, was that his name? Vince Wellick with the throw and completion to number 3. And that, I believe, is Brody Brockmeyer. I think I figured that one out. And he was number 11 in my program, and that ball is going to be complete. And 1st and goal from the 10-yard line, just now, the beginning of the 4th quarter. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us here on ParkTV 16 Sports. Stewartville having a great night here on their 1st match on the road against the Red Knights. Just a gorgeous evening here in St. Louis Park, Minnesota. Now the handoff to Abdi, and he gets brought down with an arm tackle, not a horse tackle. They did grab the shoulder pad, but it was the front part of it, so there should be no flag there, although it appeared a Stewartville player was asking for that. But here's Wellick, and the handoff to Abdi. Nice job turning the play back in, and there was the tackle by number 1. Was that Garibaldi? It was. Boy, he is all over the place, and after taking some big hits, suffering a cramp, there was number 7 on the tackle, excuse me. That's Bennett Schoen. Nevertheless, great tackle, but it does bring up a 2nd and 5 for Stewartville. 2nd and goal from the 5, and now a fumble. Abdi, ball still loose, and the Red Knights have it. And they dodge a bullet inside the 10-yard line. And coming up with it was number 80 for the Red Knights. On the botched handoff, number 80 is Gage Birdsall Herman. Let's look at the replay. The handoff to Abdeen. Right away, he lost handle on it. Then the hit from behind forced it, and there was Herschel Abdeen. He goes right down on it, just like he's trained to do. The senior, number 80, Gage Birdsall Herman, turns the ball over. Their first turnover of the game, and there he is, Gage getting the accolades there. Nice play by him, and now something for the Red Knights to build on here. With 10:25 to go, they can get their offense cranking again. Just go down and get a score, then worry about getting the ball. But let's just get a score here if you're a Red Knight fan. All right, from their own 6, they've got 94 yards to go, if that's still the math is correct. And the handoff inside is met quickly after a short gain. Handoff was to number 26 for the Red Knights, Joe Rochowiak. Yep, I think I got that right. Short game, 1, we'll call it. It'll bring up 2nd and 9 from the 7, and we're now under the 10-minute mark. The Red Knights from underneath their own goal post here, a long way to go. Meyer under center, and he turns around and he falls down. I don't know if he was able to hand that ball off. And do we have another hurt player? Meyer maybe, here he is under center. And that was a botched snap, another one. And he just falls on it, and then it doesn't look like he got hurt there, other than maybe just frustration.
Loss of 2, bring up 3rd and 11.
That's gonna be a loss of 2, bring up a 3rd and 11 from deep in their own territory. Dangerous situation here for the Red Knights. Checking in from the sideline, number 19 is Mac Lang. Yeah, we had him down as number 1 in what we got printed out. I don't know where on the internet these names and numbers were so far off. Unbelievable. All right, now Red Knights on 3rd and 11. Single wide out to the near side. Man in motion, and the handoff to him is number 23. That is Henry Urbaniak, and he'll be brought down shy of the 10-yard line. With a gain of 2, they'll call it, and now it's going to be 4th and 7, and that is a kicking situation for Benilde-St. Margaret's as the clock continues to wind down now with only 8.5 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Punt formation, back to punt for the Red Knights. Number 16, Patrick Speltz. Stewartville back to receive. Standing at the Red Knight 40, and the punt spirals out of bounds right at the 40-yard line, and that's where they'll call it out, and that is where Stewartville will take over after a 3 and out for the Red Knights. Clock stopped with 8:06 to go. And Coach Brad Anderson now out on the sideline. Oh, we got a penalty on the play. I do see on the graphic coming up here, and we're going to have a replay as there was a penalty on the play. We're going to repunt this. And let's see. All right, we can look at the upcoming schedule. So next week, the arch rival of Benilde-St. Margaret's at the Academy of Holy Angels. That's always going to be a tough match. Then De La Salle will come here, who they beat in the playoffs last week. Okay, we're back underway, Paul. 8:06 remaining. They're going to replay the 4th down. 4th and 10. Ball on the 3. So that was against the Red Knights, and they're going to re-kick it. This time the Stewartville receiver is back to catch it at the 38-yard line. He tries that left side, and he gets brought down from behind at about the 26, maybe 25-yard line of Benilde-St. Margaret's. So the penalty went against Benilde. Stewartville did not decline it, made the Red Knights re-kick it. This time, they got a return, bringing the ball down to the 25-yard line, and they are ready to go here. 1st and 10 with just under 8 minutes to go in the match. 7:56 to be exact. And they're going to mark it all the way back to the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 for Stewartville. Wellick back out in the shotgun formation. Abdi, the single setback behind him. 2 wideouts to the far right, slot back to the right. Welke calling signals, handoff to Abdi, now the reverse, and then the flea flicker to Welke, and a wide open Stewartville Tiger is number 14, Colin McGill. That's another name I know I've had right. And this time he connects as he's wide open on the flea flicker post pattern, executed perfectly by Stewartville. Steps up, and no one saw him as he got past the backfield for the touchdown, and the fourth score unanswered for Stewartville comes with 7:49 remaining, and there is Colin McGill. No, that's not Colin McGill. There's Colin McGill. That reception, out of breath, clearly enjoying the moment. Now in, this time for the extra point, the Tigers are gonna kick it this time after failing 3 times from the 3-yard line, and the snap, the spot, and the kick is good, no flag, and Stewartville finally converts to make it 25-0 as we are approaching midway through the 4th quarter. And a beleaguered Red Knight team, to be sure. They'll have a lot to work on this next week before they take on the powerful Academy of Holy Angels. I think I called one of their games against Holy Angels last year. And if they're anything like last year's team, they will be a formidable opponent. And in the literature I read prior to tonight's game, Benilde considers Holy Angels their arch rival. Both private Catholic academies or high schools, and there is the upcoming schedule for Stewartville. We'll come back to that at our next opportunity, but now they're out to kick off from the 40. Interesting seeing the 40-yard line. When I was a kid watching NFL football starting in the early 70s, that was the kickoff line for the pros back then. They had a kicker, a head on. Fred Cox was not a sidewinder. He kicked it, how do they call that? Just straight on kicker. Had one of those shoes with a flat toe. And he was very effective, a long-time kicker for the Vikings. I think he kicked like 14 years through maybe the late 60s through the 70s. All right, now here's the kickoff, the sidewinder, number 20, and it'll bounce in front of Garibaldi, and he'll look left and right, shift, breaks a tackle, and he is then gang tackled, though, at the 26-yard line. And he's actually brought back all the way to the 22 as Garibaldi absorbs another tough tackle there, but he'll stay in the match as a running back. So the Red Knights now will get another possession here in the 4th quarter, down 25-zip. And it appears maybe a new quarterback is checked in, number 11 perhaps, as we look at Stewartville's schedule coming up. So they'll go to Totino Grace, another powerhouse in football, before taking on, or no, Totino Grace will come to them. All right, now play back underway. We'll come back to the schedule for Stewartville in a moment. And a new quarterback in is number 11, Maddox Auzeni, if I'm pronouncing that right. Auzen, maybe? A-U-Z-E-N-N-E, a junior. Or excuse me, I got that wrong. Number 11 actually is Charlie Yeager, a junior. New quarterback in. There he is. His first play was a handoff. 2-yard gain for the Red Knights. Brings the ball to the 29-yard line, and there is Meyer, the starting quarterback. And not a bad idea to get someone else in there down 25-0. You don't want to get your starter hurt. Okay, now Yeager under center, handoff. Cutting back up is number 33 for the Red Knights, Brady Paulson. He finds a little bit of room for a short gain.
For a gain of 3, bring up 3rd and 5.
Actually, that was Ray Urhot, number 13, not number 33 on the carry. He's brought down at the 32-yard line. That'll bring up another 3rd down opportunity for the Red Knights. 3rd and 5, they'll call it with less than 6.5 minutes to go in the match. And the handoff to the number 13, Urhot, and this time he'll take it around the left side on the crossbuck flip handoff. And he'll be brought down just short of the 1st down marker. He'll be shy about a yard. At the 39-yard line, they'll call it. No, excuse me, at the 36. Needs to get to the 37, and the Red Knights, I believe, are going to go for it here. And why not? Down 25-0. They need to build on something. And now shotgun formation. No, excuse me. Under center is Jaeger, and he'll try the quarterback sneak, and he finds lots of room for a good gain and then some more. As he carries the ball over the 40 to about the 43-yard line, and another first down for the Red Knights comes with 5:40 remaining. The clock stops momentarily to move the chains. Now checking in for the Red Knights, number 7, Bennett Schoen. Also number 33, Brady Paulson. The senior running back, and Jaeger remains in under center, trying to ignite this Red Knight offense to avoid the shutout at home in the home opener. That has got to be their goal now. Going forward, now Jaeger with the handoff to the near side. Again, that's Yearhot, his 3rd consecutive carry, and he finds a little bit of burst of speed as he cuts it back inside that hash mark. And he's brought down at the 48, maybe the 49-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. Clock stopped with 5:07. Momentarily, no flags, no players hurt. Gain of 5, they'll call it, bring up a 2nd and 5. They mark it down at the 48-yard line, and now they wind the clock as we are now at the 5-minute mark. Checking in for the Red Knights, I just saw number 72, Brendan Remjeski. And now in the match, Jaeger, quarterback under center, in relief of Meyer. Handoff again to Yearhot, his 4th consecutive run, and he storms through for another first down. Going over right tackle, they line him up in the slot position. One time, the last play on the right as he comes across in the backfield, and then this time they did the same play except from the reverse side, and Yearhot finds all kinds of room as he brings it all the way down to the 41-yard line of Stewartville. 4.5 minutes and winding down. 1st and 10 for the Red Knights, and they're on the move again. They had 2 great drives early that stalled for various reasons that would have kept them in this match, but now it's really gotten away from it. Now, here's the double reverse to number 1, and that is Garibaldi, and he moves left and right, beats a couple defenders, and the Red Knights are on the board for the first time in 2025. Then a flag goes up again in the end zone following the play. Another personal foul perhaps, and that was a little bit almost a botched handoff from Paulson, but Garibaldi took it, split the defense, cut back against the defender number 9, and took his speed all the way into the end zone. And boy, if anybody deserves that score, is Garibaldi. He has taken some huge hits tonight, and I think when he spun the ball, yep, that's gonna be another personal foul against the Red Knights. That's their 4th one tonight as he spun the ball. And again, another pattern and a lack of discipline costing the Red Knights once again. Clock stopped with 4:07 to go. 4 personal fouls in this match. 5 total, 1 against Stewartville, but that was an unnecessary roughness. But that's also a personal foul. And now a timeout by the Red Knights with 4:07 to go as they'll talk over how they want to handle extra point attempt. They've got the ball placed at the 3, and we've got a timeout on the field. And now we have a chance to continue reviewing the Stewartville schedule. I noticed in counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games. All right, so Benilde, then Totino Grace. We'll go out to Stewartville, then they'll host Cass and Mantorville, then at Winona. That'll be a bit of a bus drive to the eastern border of the state, southeastern. Then Simley will come from the metro area out to Stewartville, and then Faribault, Shattuck, St. Mary's, the private school, known for their big-time nationally recognized hockey program, among other sports there as well. Private school, then Byron, and then at Delano, just west of here. And there is the very robust Benilde-St. Margaret cheerleaders, and I mean just by the sheer numbers participating in that sport. They put on a nice pregame entertainment, halftime entertainment, and entertaining the fans on the sideline. All right, now in to kick the extra point. That's number 16, Patrick Speltz. The place down, and it's blocked. Blocked at the line of scrimmage. I didn't see who got in there, but the Stewartville Tigers had great penetration. Let's see, coming right in from the middle, number 28 along with number 57. 28 came flying in from that right end side, as well as number 57 just blew up the line. And with his height, there's number 57. Both of them should get credit for the block, as number 16 for the Red Knights, the kicker, Patrick Speltz, had no chance on that extra point. So the Red Knights, though, do score their first touchdown of the season with 4:07 remaining in the match. They'll avoid the shutout, but they need to go to the drawing board here to get ready for their next match next week at Holy Angels. It's not going to get any easier in Richfield. And it does come to mind, talking about the Academy of Holy Angels. A big feeder school for them is the Annunciation School, and that is a division game. But Holy Angels has a strong connection to Annunciation Church and School. Many of those kids that go to Holy Angels attended the school where the tragedy happened yesterday. Prior to the game starting, they did have a moment of silence here. Benilde-St. Margaret's, of course, a Catholic school, also feeling it extra for their Catholic brothers over there in South Minneapolis at Annunciation Church as they start to pick up the pieces of that tragedy. And of course, everyone here at ParkTV 16 Sports offers our sincere condolences as well. Okay, back to the action, 4:07 to go. Patrick Speltz ready to kick off from the 25. So that personal foul call was assessed at the kickoff that hunts the 25-yard line spot, and now that kick, and now another almost sideline personal foul could have been called. And there's some words being exchanged there on the sideline. So these players are not shy in expressing their emotions and getting themselves in a little bit of trouble with these flags. You're not going to win a lot of football games with 4 personal fouls in one game, as the Red Knights have accrued here tonight. 4:01 though remaining. Stewartville with the ball in control with a 25-6 lead, 19-point span.
We thank you for supporting Red Knight football.
And we're looking to start the play here, and here we go. Shotgun formation for Stewartville. It appears there may be a new quarterback in there. Just from, I can't see the number, I'm directly perpendicular to him, so it's hard to see it. But it is a new quarterback, and the handoff to the tailback finds a big hole, number 41. He crosses midfield before he's brought down at the 49-yard line. And number 8 is the new quarterback. And from my information, it's Pete Shetter, perhaps. I think I might have that right, because according to my information, he is the quarterback. He's a junior, 6 foot, 155 pounds. Pete Shetter will come out of the huddle in the shotgun formation. 1st and 10 from the Red Knight 49-yard line. 3.5 minutes remaining in the home opener for Benilde-St. Margaret's, as he's waiting and allowing the clock to come down. And now the handoff again to the tailback, and this time the Red Knights are right there to meet him at the line of scrimmage. Doing the honors for the Red Knights is number 42, Will Kruzmark, the senior, making the tackle for a short gain, maybe no gain, and that's what they'll call it, no gain. Great tackle by Kruzmark. Clock now at the 3-minute mark, now below 3 minutes, 2:58 and counting. Stewartville being very deliberate. 19-point lead. Shetter in the shotgun formation. Single tailback is number 41 once again. 2 wideouts, 1 on either side, slot back left. Calling signals, now taking the snap, handoff again to number 41. He tries the left side, cuts back, is tripped up by number 24 for the Red Knights. Charlie Schneider on the tackle. brings up a third and about 6 from the 45-yard line. 2:15 remaining in the match. Stewartville looking to the sideline for the hand signals. And they are content to allow the clock to wind down. Do they have a 2-minute warning? I think they might. Nope, they're going to let it continue to wind down. No 2-minute warning in high school football. Still looking to the sidelines, and now a timeout by Stewartville. Are you kidding me? They've got a 19-point lead with 1:49 to go. And they call a timeout. Obviously, it's a teaching moment. I'll grant them that. But after an injury-plagued game, this is now going on 2 hours and 15 minutes. Very lengthy first game here for both teams. But Stewartville will talk it over. They've got some reserves in there, and again, it is a teaching moment. As it appeared, there was some confusion as to what the play call should be, and that's what necessitated the timeout from the Stewartville sideline. So the Red Knights will also talk it over. As the fans that are remaining and the cheerleading squad and everyone else enjoying just a beautiful night here in St. Louis Park. Game time temperature was 75. It's now fallen about 5 degrees to 70. Winds have been pretty much non-existent. Just a lovely late August evening. University of Minnesota having their home opener. It was halftime. It was 10-3 against Buffalo out of the MAC Conference. Be curious to see how that game is going as soon as this one is over. Okay, following the timeout with 1:49 to go. Shetter in the shotgun formation, man in motion, and now the handoff to the setback behind him to the right side, and he's going to be brought down. Number 20 got the ball. And we got another Red Knight hurt, and that is number 6. Rory Swanson on the carry, number 20. Tackle by number 26 for the Red Knights was Joe Roshowiak. And slow to get up, but getting up quickly nevertheless is Robert Scholl. Appeared he might be down for a lot longer, but he got himself off, and he is a little bit shaken up there on the sideline. And now we have another timeout on the field by Stewartville. They are really enjoying this, aren't they? No timeout. They just called the team over for the timeout to talk about the next play rather than do the hand signals perhaps. But that doesn't mean they won't change the play. They took advantage of what they thought was going to be an injury timeout. Okay, 1:34 to go. Clock stopped. Now it's winding. Shetter. My goodness, all kinds of fits and starts here throughout this match. Pete Shredder in the shotgun formation, looks to the sideline to see if they're going to change the play. 1:30 and the clock winding down. Or do we have another issue? Nope, they're letting it, nope, yep, it's winding down. And I wonder, is Stewartville even going to call a play? Can they wind it down all the way with 1:18 to go? Or are they going to take a delay a game here? Referees don't appear that they're going to be doing anything. Everyone just standing still out there. Maybe it's turned into a stare-down contest. 101, and they're looking, and now they start moving. The back judge in the defensive backfield is counting off how much time, and now we've got a whistle and another timeout by Stewartville.
Timeout called by Stewartville. Attention, ladies and gentlemen, we have a found credit card from inside the gymnasium in the Haven.
So 51 seconds remaining. Stewartville takes timeout with a 19-point lead. And they are going to go home, the victors. And I was also corrected that they do not call football conferences anymore. They call them leagues. I don't know what I have printed out from Max Prep Sports League, Skyway Gold, or division. All right. I'll also note that the Red Knights, well, Skyway Gold is Benilde. And they were ranked, their national, their state rank is 130th in the state. Their national rank 6,443rd. Meanwhile, Stewartville, they're ranked nationally 1,016. So 4,000 or 5,000 place different there in the national rankings. I didn't know they kept national rankings. What, over 6,000 high schools? More. All right, now the handoff to number 20. He carries it to nearly the 35-yard line before being brought down. Clock stopped momentarily. Is there a flag down?
Tackled by Alex Rose.
Tackled by Alex Rose. Oh, and that was a 4th down play, so they stop the Stewartville Tigers on downs, and the Red Knights will get one more opportunity here with 46 seconds remaining in the match. We'll see if they play conservatively. They brought in their reserve quarterback, Yeager, number 11, and he'll go back out to man the offense with 46 seconds remaining. But the outcome is not in doubt. Okay, under center, Yeager. Hand off to the tailback, and a big gain by number 42 for the Red Knights, Kruismark. And the Red Knights try to do a quick snap, but a flag and a whistle stops that after Kruismark got to the 45-yard line. And they will sort out the flag as this game is approaching the 2.5-hour mark. And another unsportsmanlike conduct, this time on both teams. So that'll be the 6th unsportsmanlike conduct against the Red Knights tonight. And there's another unsportsmanlike conduct also against Stewartville. I think that's their 2nd personal foul. That brings, I think, the overall game total to 8. And now the clock winds. 1st and 10 for the Red Knights, 35 seconds remaining. Under center, Yeager, now he's gonna take a knee, and that'll end it, mercifully. For both teams, 26 seconds remaining. And that'll do it. 19 seconds remaining as the teams start to emerge from the sidelines to congratulate themselves and each other in the spirit of sportsmanship, which is a little bit ironic considering the unsportsmanlike penalties and the numerous ones of them. So for Paul Broden, our producer, and everyone connected with ParkTV 16 Sports, my name is Robert Christensen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again. Our final score, Stewartville 25, Benilde-St. Margaret 6. We'll see you again.